Full house this day. We have a very large class graduating. If people in the back, please make sure you make room for the graduates so that they can enter in the procession. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. William Morton, the principal here at John Glenn High School. I welcome you this day for the John Glenn High School commencement ceremony celebrating the class of 2016. I would like to announce that after the recessional, at the end of the program today, that seniors will be located in the gymnasium. It's called the Auxiliary Gymnasium, which is to the east of this particular room. They will be there in order to meet and greet you. And now, staying seated, would you please prepare for the processional of the John Glenn High School class of 2016.
class of 2016's commencement ceremony. My name is Samantha Stewart, and I am the senior class president. When asked to write this speech, I wasn't too sure how to start it, so I figured the best way would be to start off with one last selfie on stage. So class of 2016, wave to your parents, come on. All right, you guys are good at that. Now I'd like to say a quick prayer and we'll keep this thing going. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to safely gather here to celebrate the graduating class of 2016. Please guide us in our future, whether it's college, the military, the workforce, or something else. Help us to have a smooth transition into the next stage of our lives and send peace over our families so they know that they've raised us well and taught us right from wrong. In your name I pray, amen. Welcome once more to graduation, and before we begin, we ask that you please silence your electronics and stay seated in order to maintain an atmosphere of respect. Now, would you please stand and join us for the senior members and combined choirs to sing the national anthem.
As we begin the introductions, band members, if you want to move to your places so that you're ready, that would be excellent. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Christopher Winchell. I'm the Associate Principal here at John Glenn High School. At this time, I would like to introduce to you the people who are sharing the stage this day. Mr. Reese, Superintendent of John Glenn School Corporation. Mr. Robert Borlick, President of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Mr. Jeffrey Johnson, Vice President of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Mr. Thomas McCormick, Secretary of the John Glenn School Board. Also with us are the members, Mr. William Groves, Mr. Dennis Holland, Mrs. Janice Ryan, all board members of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees. Thank you. Also, Mrs. Beth Schmeltz, John Glenn High School Guidance Counselor. And Mrs. Sarah Rippey, John Glenn High School Guidance Counselor. We'd also like to recognize Mrs. Patty Slough and Mr. Randy Smith, John Glenn High School teachers and the sponsors of the class of 2016. To my left and scattered around this room are the many teachers and staff members of John Glenn High School. And to the many of you here who have come from near and far, we are especially glad to see you here this day. Welcome again. You will notice that there are several seniors wearing gold cords. These cords signify membership in the National Honor Society. Students are selected by a faculty committee based on the cardinal principles of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Also, this year, the state of Indiana will award 61 academic honors diplomas, 4 academic honors, technical honors diplomas, and 92 Core 40 diplomas to this John Glenn graduating class. It is this type of commitment to academics that makes our school recognized as a 4-star school by the state of Indiana and ranked as the 19th high school out of almost 400 high schools by the U.S. News and World Report. Thank you. Finally, it's very befitting on this Memorial Day weekend that we take a moment to identify the students in this class who have made the commitment to serve in the different branches of the United States military. Those of you who have made this commitment to protect our freedoms, please stand and be recognized. We congratulate you, class of 2016, for placing a high importance on academics and hard work. Congratulations, and again, welcome to everyone. Thank you.
members of the class of 2016, parents, relatives, friends, and the many guests. It's not our intention today to make you all suffer, particularly you. You've done that a lot of late. Unfortunately, our chiller went off somewhere about between 5 o'clock yesterday and early this morning. Hard to believe that that chiller works as well as it does, because this school is normally quite well air conditioned, as many students complain and wear many layers during the day. So today you're wearing the layers, and unfortunately we will sweat a little. We have another 1,200 robes around here somewhere that all of the rest of you could put on as well. Assumptions that we make them each and every day. In one of the best commencement speeches I have ever been able to hear, Alan Alda from the TV series MASH said that assumptions are our windows on the world. And we need to get out the Windex and clean them off pretty often. Who taught you to exercise your mind? Your dad? Your mom? Grandparent? Friend? And most all of those people are here today to celebrate you because you are the greatest gift. It was my dad who taught me to be strong and to use my brain. He taught his two sons to be tough, to be brainy, in order to be able to think. And years later, when our little sister came along, he taught us something different. He taught us that it was girls who were able to think with their hearts. Kind of a sexist idea, I guess. I've always tried to use the brain, and on one occasion, and I've shared this story with you a number of years ago, but on one occasion I was called upon to say a few words. And I must have said something that was off base, because after speaking, I got a short letter that was extremely critical. And this was in a day when we wrote letters and when we didn't have social media. And interestingly, this critical note was signed with two words: the ear. The ear. I guess that meant there was some kind of surveillance or something out there. Whenever, at least I do, when I feel like I've upset someone, I do feel bad. And in the beginning, because I was feeling human, I wanted to share this letter I got with other people in the hope of getting a little sympathy. And at a few weeks later, little time passed, I did get that sympathy because I got a friendlier note, and it must have gone something like this at the end: I hope that today is a good day for you and tomorrow will be even better. I wake up every day expecting it to be that way, and it usually is. Well, it's late, so good night. And since you already have someone called the ear, for you I will be the heart. Signed, the heart. Now I was thrown. I had the ear and I had the heart. Honest to God truth. And what does it tell you about a person when she or he selects as the essential identity to be like the heart? Who do you see signing a note like that? Because of my dad's influence on me, I thought perhaps someone older, a woman. He taught me that. Someone who might live alone. I saw someone who understood how important it is to scatter a few words of kindness along a path. I think that I saw someone who knows that fights and arguments are never fully won, and that it's far more important to probably go along picking up the pieces and mend some hurts. I heard someone who I think really heard more than the person who called herself or himself the heart. Assumptions. Interesting, though, think about it, how we use the anatomical terms to explain personality. What anatomical part would you choose to explain yourself? Well, think about that. In high school, we had a friend, we called him Thumbs because he was clumsy. Have you ever heard of people who are somewhat loudmouthed? Have you ever heard of the brainy? Have you ever heard of the nosy? That's a good one because we get that from animals. They like to sniff out their awareness. It's fun to watch. So which body part would you prefer to dominate the future decisions and the future actions that you will display? Well, if you're really thinking and you catch it, you know we've always been pretty balanced on these things when we say to you such things as, you don't want to be nosy, but you'd better know what's going on. And you don't want to be mouthy, and as my grandmother always used to say, you'd better speak up because no one else is going to toot your horn but yourself. And you don't want to be calculating and cold, but you'd better be brainy because them that know get ahead. Why is it that later on in life, when you're older, you can think and act with your heart? The heart. It's the center of all the understanding. It's the center of strength. It's the center of courage. Hopefully, it's the center of wisdom. And honestly, some of the biggest battles I've ever fought in my own life have been probably a civil war between the mind and the heart. So as you think about the challenges that we face as a nation, that you face because we're giving you a bunch of them, which body part should dominate? Well, now we send you out of here in just a little while, and you've got to buy your education, and it's extremely expensive. But you know what? You can go and buy it, and you're going to pay a lot for it, but you cannot buy the inner stuff of the heart. Justice, truth, goodness, love, those things cannot be bought. And the good news is that if you really want them, you can have them. And all you have to do is get inside and develop them. We hope that whatever your dream is, that it comes true. We hope that your education gets you to your goal. But please, for goodness sake, take time to get inside yourself. Take time to get into your own heartland, your own interior. And the challenge for all of us, the challenge for you, is to continue to live and to find a way to live life not from the outside in, but from the inside out. And that's one of the hardest things to ever do and to practice. You know, there are many people here who envy you because they feel like you've got your whole life ahead of you. And there are people sitting here who possess the feeling of a wistful envy because they believe that life is behind them. But I'm going to deny both of those things. Life is not out there ahead of you. Life is not back there, what happened yesterday. Life is within you. It is deep within your heartland. So get in there. I don't care how mushy this sounds. Get in there. Find your way around to make a path for this world. It's up to all of you. So on behalf of everyone here, our teachers and staff and our support staff, I wish all of you a grand journey as you go out to grow in mind and grow in heart. And you know what? You remember that note I just told you about that I got that was signed from the heart? Well, a few months later, I found out that my original assumption was dead wrong. Dead wrong. For the note from the heart wasn't written and sent by some kind of nice grandmother type of person. The helpful word that was sent to me was written and given to me by my rough and tough dad. Assumptions. They are your windows on the world. Wash them off. From the bottom of my heart, be as smart as you can be, but go from this great hall and house forever and always with your heart. Thank you. John Glenn High School is pleased to announce the 2016 salutatorian, Bryce Lemert. Bryce is the son of Randy and Sharon Lemert. Bryce, I finally said it right after all these years. Bryce is a member of the Rhythm Express show choir. You just saw him in the choir loft back there. Student council, class board, the SAD Club, the National Honor Society, the Spanish Club, the Theater Club, basketball, the League of Extraordinary Falcons. He's a church worship team member, church technician, youth group leader, worked extensively in Halloween, works also in Vacation Bible School. Bryce's GPA after 7 semesters here at John Glenn High School, 4.217. Bryce plans to attend Purdue University and to major in mechanical engineering. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to present to you the salutatorian who will now address you, Mr. Bryce Lemert.
We finally did it. All the years of schooling, testing, and practices have come to an end. We've experienced the arts, athletics, academics. We have developed work ethic, character, and friendships. Everything we have done in our lives has led to this moment. We all understand the significance of this event. In other cultures, becoming an adult is a lot harder than walking across the stage in a gown. In the Brazilian Amazon, tribesmen must wear gloves with the stingers of bullet ants pointed inward. The Inuits must test their hunting skills in the harsh Arctic weather. In Vanuatu, a small island nation in the middle of the South Pacific, young boys come of age by jumping off a 98-foot-tall tower with a bungee-like vine strapped to their ankles. While these traditions may seem appealing to some of you, I'm quite content to sit in a metal chair for a few hours. As we look around the room, it is quite clear what has been accomplished. But I think the more difficult question to answer is, why did we do it? Why spend so much time and effort trying to obtain a piece of paper that has our names on it? Why did we get stressed over AP tests and SAT scores? Why did some of us spend more time calculating the lowest possible grade we can get on a final to still pass the class than we did actually studying for said final? Some of you would say we did it because it was required. Others would argue they did it so they could move on to college. The real reason that we are obtaining a high school diploma today is that we took the advantage of the opportunity to learn. In every stage of life and in every circumstance you find yourself in, there is an opportunity to learn. As we are employed by different businesses, we learn to interact with different social groups. When we start a family, we learn what it means to be a parent. When we watch those kids graduate, as our parents are doing today, we'll learn what it means to let go. When we go to withdraw money and realize our account is empty, we will learn that the Prince of Togo didn't actually need a small donation. Carol Burnett, a famous actress, summarizes this well with her quote, "We don't stop going to school when we graduate." Everything that happens provides us with an opportunity to learn, and I encourage you, all of you, to simply be aware of those opportunities and take advantage of them. In my AP Literature and Composition class this year, Mr. Snyder repeatedly stressed one thing with every book we read, as many of the students out here can tell you. When writing and analyzing the various novels and plays, we were reminded that the meaning of the pieces is only a small part of the analytical process. What matters more is how the meaning of the literature is achieved. As all of us graduate and look to the future, Many of those around us will tell us to strive for success. The success will look different for every student. Success to some of you will simply be getting your dream job. For others, success will be starting a family. Others will find success by never having to take a math class again. However, the type of success you achieve in life is not important. What is important is how that success will be achieved. Just like in literature, the process is more important than the end result. Whatever each of you look to do in life, I encourage you to accomplish it in the right way and learn from each mistake you make, as they are inevitable. Through our experiences, we need to realize that the world is going to change around us. The world continues to change technologically, economically, and politically. In the past, success was defined in a different way than it is today. In 1932, the cost of a gallon of gas was 10 cents. Today, it costs $2.21 a gallon on average. In 1932, Amelia Earhart became the first woman to make a solo air crossing of the Atlantic Ocean. Currently, scientists are working on a space shuttle, Orion, that is projected to be able to take humans to Mars within the next 20 years. While these differences are easily seen, it should also be noted that some things do stay the same. Voters in 1932 were most concerned about the economy. In the presidential polling that is taking place this year, we are discovering that the economy is still one of the most important issues on voters' minds. In 1932, violence could be found around the world, which sadly has not changed in 84 years. In the same year, the Cubs lost to the Yankees in the World Series. Their winning tradition is still evident today. I wanted to show you the similarities and differences because it is necessary to see that over time, although many things do change, you can still learn from anything that occurs in life. From the differences in prices, we can learn how the economy changes and prepare for the future. From the differences in technology, we can learn to take advantage of progress without corrupting morals. From the constant concern of the economy, we can learn that greed will always be a problem for our nation. From the constant wars and conflicts, we can learn that our global differences are prohibiting a cohesive society. Many of you are probably wondering why I chose the year 1932 in my comparison to our world today. Well, in 1932, my great-grandma gave the salutatorian speech at the first graduating class at Lakeville High School. I think it is appropriate to leave you with the same words that my great-grandma left her classmates. Today, we have reached that goal towards which we have been striving for 4 long, yet seemingly short years. We must now enter upon the greater field of life which lies stretched out before us. We must cast away our high school privileges and pleasures, only to hold them with a firm grasp of our memories, and assume those grave burdens which beset us as we leave the threshold of high school so dear to us. Thank you, and congratulations to the rest of the class of 2016.
John Glenn High School, class of 2016, valedictorian is awarded to Camille Allison. Camille is the daughter of Robert and Barbara Allison. Throughout her high school career, Camille has participated in the band, which includes the concert, the marching, the pep, and the jazz bands, respectively, the Spanish Club, the Theater Company, the National Honor Society, SAD Club, League of Extraordinary Falcons, girls basketball, girls tennis, sophomore class board, and the senior class board. After 7 semesters here at John Glenn. Camille's GPA is 4.277. She plans to attend Indiana University of Bloomington, and there she will study and major in biochemistry and human biology in order to one day become a physician, a doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to present to you the valedictorian, Camille Allison.
Good afternoon, class of 2016, graduates, family, and friends. As many of you have probably realized by now based on how we're dressed, today we're graduating. And as we do so, we must come to a point of goodbyes. Goodbye to the peers that we've grown up with. Goodbye to the extracurricular activities who have helped us become who we are today. Goodbye to the many teachers and coaches who have played influential roles in our lives. And worst of all, goodbye to Chicken Nugget Day. However, as we leave these things, we cannot dwell on the fact that we must say goodbye, but rather take the lessons we've learned and apply those to the future. It's time for bigger and better things. We're graduating high school, and this is a big accomplishment. But as we celebrate this, we must also celebrate the future that awaits. So we finished 4 years out of a long life. These 4 years are only a small fraction of the many years to come. And to be quite honest, once we leave high school, no one really cares what we did here, but rather what we can contribute at this next point in our lives. There's a saying that my grandpa has always told my dad growing up, that my dad has told me growing up, that basically says, if you're still boasting about what you did yesterday, what have you accomplished today? The achievements we've made thus far are very important, but they're merely a foundation to build on for a future full of new experiences, new ideas, and new accomplishments. We approach a future in which we can make a difference. Looking out into the world today, we see a place in which gun violence is part of everyday life, acts of terrorism are occurring all too frequently, racial and religious tensions persist, political parties are so polarized that they often lose sight of what's best for the country, and the earth itself is changing around us due to changes in the climate. While I don't want to only stress what's wrong with the world, I think I can speak for most of us in saying that it's time for change. It's time for the up-and-coming generations to make a difference. As we take on the next period in our lives, we have the opportunity to transform the world around us, but it is through our actions that we decide how we want to transform it. In the technological world we live in, it becomes all too easy to forget why we do things. Whenever we do anything of merit, we quickly reach for our laptops or our phones to share it with everyone. We get caught up in likes, shares, retweets, and we often forget qualities like modesty and selflessness that truly make our accomplishments worthwhile. As I stated, we have the opportunity to change the world around us. But to do so, it requires us to look past what we can achieve alone and work towards what we can do in collaboration with those around us to make the world a better place than when we joined it. The world is ready for the next generation of innovators, leaders, and thinkers to make a difference in how we live. But to be those new individuals, we must accept the challenge. There is beauty all around us in the world we live in, but it's how we embrace that beauty and work to accentuate it that it is seen throughout the world. It definitely won't be easy, but we are all capable. Last year, in a speech he gave to the graduates of Rutgers University, Bill Nye, the science guy as many of us have come to know him, told the graduates to keep reaching, keep seeking, keep using their abilities to bring out the best in those around them, and let those around them bring out the best in them. And that is truly something we can all live by. Regardless of the plan each of us has laid out for ourselves, we can all impact the lives of those around us. Once again, it is through our actions and how we live our lives that we can change the world. So to my fellow classmates, we can do this. We're at our prime age for opportunities. We can take risks, we can start over, we can find who we are and what we love to do. High school has given us a foundation to work on, and it's time to accept the challenge that life presents. We've worked hard these past 4 years, and I'm proud to say that we did it. We're graduating. The future before us is intimidating, but that future is real life. It'll be hard, it'll require changes to how we live and who we are, but I hope for each and every one of us, it will be rewarding. We leave here today ready to take on the new experiences and opportunities that life presents. To my fellow graduates, I would like to thank you for the great times we've shared, and once again, congratulations on this great achievement. So as I finish up, I ask all of you, are you still boasting about what you did yesterday, or are you ready to take on today? Or possibly even tomorrow? To the class of 2016, good luck. The challenge awaits. I got an earring too. Here.
Members of the class of 2016, will you please prepare yourselves for graduation? Richard Reese, Superintendent, I present to you the membership of those meeting the requirements to graduate in the class of 2016.
Mr. Morton, I have examined the high school records of the members of the John Glenn class of 2016, and I find these students have completed the necessary local and state requirements for graduation from John Glenn High School. Mr. Robert Borlick, President of the John Glenn School Corporation Board of Trustees, will award diplomas to the members of the class of 2016. I ask Mrs. Sarah Rippey and Mrs. Beth Smeltz, John Glenn High School counselors, to call the class roll.
Junior class marshals, Matt Applegate, Bryce Burke. Please take your positions. Please, it is now time to move our seniors to graduation.
Camille Olivia Allison. Bryce Matthew Lemmert. Jeffrey David Warner. Joel Michael Haddon. Riley Rayanne Patterson. Ashton Lee Pease. Hunter Mitchell Weiss. Dana Kathleen Gum. Lucas John Stegmiller. Anthony Joseph Borelli. James Taylor Alvin Adams. Jennifer Lynn Almager. Clayton Lynn Anderson. Brittany Elizabeth Bear. Jacob A. Ball. Anastasia Ryan Barnes. Destiny Marie Barnes. Devin Scott Becker. Olivia Noel Beery. Alyssa Grace Bowen. Amanda Elizabeth Bowen. Jesse Burbage. Ashley Nicole Burnett. Campbell Elise Burns. Kenneth Allen Carlson. Anthony Joseph Carrera. Nicholas Chandler Carrera. Michael John Cartwright, Jr. Jaren Lily Alana Caudle. Carissa Ann Caverly. Kathleen Eileen Chenoweth. Michael Clayton Clark. Stevie Ray Klingenpeel. Bailey Ann Cook. Ethan Hunter Cook. Olivia Marie Connell. Allison Nicole Cortasi. Austin Walter Senar. Elise Moraine Daly. Sabrina Wyoma Coleman. Dakota Edward Dankert. Tierra Lynn DeHoff. Kaylee Michelle Denny. Camden Alexander Doyle. Kenneth Joe Eastlick Jr. Michaela Evans. Jared Evan Fansler. Olivia Marie Feast. Taylor Beth Felgenhauer. Seth Douglas Finch. Alexis Ann Fisher. Michaela Rose Flora. Haley Nicole Forbes. Michaela Lynn Fortlander. Iris Pamela Fry. Abigail Ilona Gadman. Hannah Francine Gaynor. Tyler Scott Garib. Caitlin Leanne Gates. Kyle Matthew Gensinger. Elizabeth Ann Gregorash. Chelsea Morgan Groves. Dawson James Groves. Timothy Allen Groves. Matthew James Scott Haney. Samantha Jean Haney. Taylor Ann Haney. Dylan Andrew Hattery. Luke Robert Hayter. Zoe Juliana Hying. Levi Ambrose Horvath. Holly Leanne Huff. Elizabeth Ann Jackson. Brittany Nicole Jensen. Tracy Louise Jones. Dylan Lee Anthony Kaiser. Chasney Lynn Keller. Dustin Cole Kirkove. Robert Allen Kildow. Brittany Ann Knowlton. Kylie Nicole Kopinski. Oh. She gets her name twice. I knew I was going to do that. Kylie Nicole Kopinski. Heidi Jo Kretschmer. Hunter Marie Krasuski. Zachary Willis Kuchel.
Rachel Lynn Lawson. Joshua Dalen Lee. Kaylee Nicole Lenig. Vincent Nathaniel Leodansky. Marina Rose Lindsay. Devin Linhart. Charlene Renee Mans. Olivia Renee Merrick. Karen Lynn Martinez. Lauren Adrian Maury. Jordan Anthony McAllister. Lily Rose Faith McElwee. Kaylee Ann McIntyre. Nicholas Anthony Mendenhall. Adam Robert Merkis. Anna Christine Miller. Devin Jean Miller. Caitlin Ivory Miller. Jacob Matthew Morris. Michael Allen Mrazik II. Celine Francis Murphy. Christina Alicia Nelson. Zena Ray Ann Newland. Michaela Jewel Nichols. Tommaso Ortolani. Nathan Michael Palmer. Rebecca Annalee Parsons. Thane Michael Wright Pletcher. Kaylee Marie Porter. Brandon Dwayne Pranger. Haley Elizabeth Preston. Dana Ann Rector. James R. Reinhold. Jeremy Ray Rensberger. Alex Rhodes. Abigail Lynn Reisner. Bailey Jean Rozworski. Alec Wesley Runyon. Samuel Saldana. Cahill E. Sarber. Matthew Thomas Schmalzried. Harley Elizabeth Schultz. Sarah Elizabeth Scott. Allison Claire Sheffer. Daniel Edward Schinkel. Audrey Nicole Schertz. Samantha Renee Slider. Christian Dane Smith. Spencer Anthony Smith. Sasha Jacqueline Spadafora. Rebecca Lynn Elizabeth Stacy. Caitlin Ann Stevens. Jeffrey Daniel Stricker. Annalise Stewart. Samantha Renee Stewart. Luke Michael Stoll. John M. Salt. Colton Patrick Taylor. John Michael Terry. John Robert Tibbs, Jr. Rachel Marie Tucker. Hannah Brianne Turpin. Thaddeus John Morris Van Overberg. Alondra Jasmine Vanegas. Valentina Volpe. Daniel Allen Wallace. Jacob Thomas Wezolowski. Barry Michael West. Allison Rose Wheat. Sarah Ann Wisman. Damian White. Shayna Lynn White. Jesse Dean Williams. Genesee Winger. Taylor Lynn Winkle. Nathaniel Edward Winters. Robert Michael Wise. Paige Noel Wiseman. Matthew Jeffrey Wolf. Remington Jewel Wolf. Travis Lavon Woods. Brianna Lynn Ziola. Serving in the Army and unable to be here, Lindsay May Dankert.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
We don't have anything here, right?
Oh, it's right there. Yep.
It's all yours.
All right. All right, we did it. Yeah, we did it. That's right. All right. We couldn't have done it without a couple people, though. Let's be honest. We got our faculty. We got, our custodians. Mama T, she kept us all alive. Everyone else, All right, but it's my honor to announce that we are now graduates of John Glenn High School. Will you please take your tassels after you stand up? Just kidding. Okay, stand up. Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. Sorry about that. That was my bad. We still graduated, though. All right, with your right hand and move it to the left. Maybe. Launch them up. All right. Yeah. All right. This signifies that we actually graduated high school. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank everyone here to come and support the honor John Glenn's graduating class of 2016. Please remain seated until this is over, and thank you very much.
Thank